Prime is here.
Power Master Optimus Prime!
Now, Optimus Prime is back as a Power Master. He only transforms when his Nebulon becomes his engine. And Optimus transforms into a super robot.
Power Master Transformers!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, toy enthusiasts and those new to Tough Nerd Toys LLC. I'm your host, Uncle Nerd, and welcome to another episode of Busted Open. Busting it open since 2007. And today we'll be reviewing Titans Returns Power Master Optimus Prime Autobot Apex with Autobot Apex. It's a from the Transformers generation. Me, myself, again, I remember this being Power Master Optimus Prime. And actually, not getting ahead of myself, I was actually going to pass up on this action figure right here. And something said, Danae, buy it. Okay, so I grabbed it up, and I have not been disappointed. For those who don't know, here's a little history on him. He is from the Master Force series, the Japanese version. Over here, he was called Power Master Optimus Prime, but in Japan, he was called Genrai, or God Genrai, when he put on all his armor, such as you see right here. So what we're going to do, we're going to check out the package, bust it open, and see if this guy's worth the scratch. Okay, and here we have Titan Master, Autobot Apex, and Power Master Prime inside of the box. The box is actually pretty beautiful. It's a typical standard box that you're getting with the Titans Returns action figures. Actually pretty good. I like it a lot. And they show the other characters right here that you can purchase: Nightbeat, Hardhead, Sentinel Prime, and Autobot Blaster, aka. And we also have Blaster right here, which is actually pretty cool. There's a multitude of things you can do with this action figure, and I'm very happy with it. I was going to pass up on it. I'm not going to lie. I was going to pass up on this action figure, but something was like, Danae, just give it a chance, or whatever case may be. So I gave it a chance, picked it up, and I haven't stopped playing with it since. I mean, you have him in this robot mode right here. You have him in this vehicle mode right here, and then you have him in city mode. And whether you know it or not, this figure is just amazing. But what we're going to do, we're going to check out the box a little bit more. You got the Autobot logo right here, Transformers logo right here. He's looking nice and bright in this little window box right here. Got the beautiful box art of Optimus Prime right there. Titans Return, Power Master Optimus Prime right there. Autobot Apex, that's his little headmaster and everything right there. And it shows you that he can also go in... He can go in 3 modes right here, which is actually pretty cool. And again, nice little box art on the side. So what we're going to do, we're going to bust this guy open. Open up this guy for you. So we bust him open, and he comes with, he comes with his typical instructions that all the pretty much Transformers come with and everything like that, which is pretty cool. And then we got the figure right here. He comes with 2 blasters. You see? Nice little blaster right there. He comes with this other blaster right here. Awesome box art right here that's inside the box. Oh, sorry. Let's put that over there. And it comes with a nice little card. It comes with a nice little card right here if you look real good. It's like the classic ones when they used to show you the tech specs and everything like that. His strength is a 14. Intelligence is a 15 really. Intelligence 15, strength 15, speed is a 12, and firepower is up to a 12. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I like the way that giving homage, paying homage to like the classic Transformers by giving them the cards and everything like that. So let's go into this beautiful figure right here. This guy is absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. Let me back it up a little bit so you can really see how wonderful this guy is. As I stated before, I have not stopped playing with this guy. This guy is absolutely awesome. You got a lot of articulation here for it to be a big figure too. And I mean, I didn't like him at first looking at him in the box, because by the time Power Master Transformers came in the fray, my friend Daniel and I, we were outgrowing them, and like it would just, I don't know, I just wasn't into it. Like I always wanted to pick him up, but I was always like, you know, I'll get around to picking him up. And as a child, I never got around to it. But yeah, he has great detail. I mean, like everything is molded. There's really not that much paint scheme on it other than what you see that's already molded into the plastic. You got a few hollow bits right here. Got some hollow bits right there. Some between the legs right here. But he has full range of motion in his head. It doesn't go up and down like the other ones, because there's a headmaster there. Arms go up and down. They swing out a bit. You can bend his elbow, stuff like that. Leg goes forward. You can bend the knee. Nice little foot, little front and back pivot. Nothing special, or like, you know, like side pivoting and everything. I mean, it's a giant robot, you know. Yeah, and I've seen some, you know, Japanese figures or whatever case may be have full range of articulation. But for the price point, it wasn't that bad. Believe me when I tell you. I think I paid like maybe like $50 for him, or $40, which is actually not that bad. No, I think I paid like $40, if I'm not mistaken, which is actually not that bad compared to some figures I've, you know, purchased and stuff like that of this size. Yeah, he's great. He has great articulation, and you know, it doesn't look too bad from the back. You know how sometimes you get some figures, they look pretty decent from the front, but then when you turn it to the back or the side, you're like, ugh. This guy looks pretty good. Optimus Prime looks pretty good. Or the Gold Ginrai. And his weapons fit into his hand pretty well. If you look real good, there's a peg inside here. Right inside his hand. Inside his hand here, there's a peg that you can pretty much like, how can I say? You can pretty much like peg the action figure inside of it, peg the gun inside of it, just like that, so it doesn't fall out. And his hands have a nice grip to them. See, like he got like range of motion in his hands. Like each figure isn't individualized like the other ones, but it's pretty good. I like it. I like this figure a lot, and I really didn't think I was gonna like it, because I was about to pass up on him, and someone was like, "Danae, just grab him up." So I grabbed him up, and there you have him, looking all fantastic, with his shoulder cannons and everything. Yeah, he looks pretty good. He looks good. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna transform him. We're gonna transform him, and we're gonna go into all the little different modes he has and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. So what we're gonna do first, we wanna pull this piece down like this. Take this piece, open this piece up right here. Oh, let's see. Or rather, you know what? Let's just bring this up like that. Bring that up like that. Open this chassis, this little chest piece right here. You be very careful. Again, I can't stress enough on how you have to be careful with these Transformers. You want to spin his head around like so. Tuck it down in there. Close this back. Close that back. Close all of that back up in there, okay? You can see I'm forming, correct? Close all of that back up in there. Then what you want to do is swing this around. Bring this piece down like this. Let me angle this a little bit better so you guys can see. You want to take these guns right here, these little shoulder cannons, you want to pull these off. Pull that one off. You want to take these arms, fold them in, bring this piece up right here, bring this piece up right here. Now be careful. I'm trying to be careful with these, because I told you before, there were times when I've broken some of these newer Transformers. Now the older ones, man, you could throw them at people or whatever case may be and nothing would happen. As you can see, you can pretty much see like the front part of the car carrier forming. There we go. Lock that in right there. You want to take these pieces right here, right? Open that up. Open it up so you can pull that down. Pull this down. Bring this leg around. Open all of this up right here. All of this opens up right here. Open all it out right there. Take this whole section right here, the whole section, bring that up and level it off. And you're going to take this part right here, to bring this up and level it off and lock it into place. If you look real good, there's a lock, like a little latch right there, where you can pretty much see what's going on. You want to bring these legs up like this. See? Bring this leg up like that. Now this is the part where it gets a little bit tricky, but not too much. You want to make sure all of this is leveled very well. And lock this in right here. Lock it in with the 2 pegs right here. Bring this over like that. Lock that side in over there. Even this side up right here. Lock this in. Straighten this out. Bring the feet down and tuck them over. Tuck them under like this, see? Bring this foot down. Tuck it under. Lay this down on top. Give it a nice little squeeze all the way around, all the way around, all the way around, all the way around. Level this piece out right here, even that out. And look, you can actually take this cab part right here and give it a nice little, wait, hold on, let me pull it. You can actually pull this part right here. It seems a little bit stiff right now. Don't want to force it, but I'm gonna. Just trying to make sure everything is locked in secure with this guy. I don't know why he's being so difficult right now. Okay, there we go. And this is supposed to lock in right here. Right there, right there. Excuse me. And then once he's in his vehicle mode, as you can see right here, you can take these 2 rocket blasters, or like the 2 shoulder cannons, and peg them in right there. You pegged it right there. Peg this one right here. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. This toy, this action figure, is like a playset in itself. There's tons of things you can do. And I mean, he has nice rolling going on. I don't know why it won't like let me pull it up from this part, because I did it earlier today. And you can take the cannons right here and put one on top. Okay, so here we have him in his vehicle mode, and I think he looks absolutely amazing. The wheels roll. I found out under here you have to press this little circle in. That's what I did last time, and I actually accidentally did it by mistake, because I was holding it and pulling it, and you have to press this circle in, and then you can separate this little front cab that he has right here. But this is a great figure. I love this mode. I think he looks fantastic. There's also another mode, whether you know it or not, that he has too, and it's the city mode. And I mean, look at him, like the wheels are nice and everything like that. I mean, there's great detail within the vehicle. And whether you want to see something real cool, check this out. Now look, here's Huffer from the not the Power Master series, but the Combiner Wars series. You can actually open up the back of Optimus Prime right here, Power Master Optimus Prime, and look. You can put him in there like the old cartoon and stuff like that. And you can actually fit some of the mid-size ones too. I mean, like, cause I've done it. This figure is impressive, very impressive. I'm impressed with it. I wasn't expecting it to be so cool. I wasn't expecting it to be so awesome. I really, really like it. Just look at him. So you know what? We're going to take the time right now to check him out in his vehicle form. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna take him out, and we're gonna take Huffer out. But we're not fighters like they are, Prime. We're gonna put Huffer over here. We're gonna take this off, and I'm gonna show you what he looks like in city mode. I even like him in city mode. This Transformer has tons of playtime. And look, you can see inside of there and everything like that. I'm really impressed with this figure. I like it a lot. I mean, I'm so happy I didn't pass up on him, because I was definitely just gonna leave him. I wasn't gonna pick him up. I was gonna pass on him and everything, but I'm glad I did not. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna transform him into his city mode. And the city mode actually can be combined with Fortress Maximus, which comes in the same line as this series. So what we're going to do, we're going to transform into a city mode. We'll start by, let's see, where are we going to start at? Let's open these up right here. Let's just loosen them up a bit, get them open all the way around. And it's actually fairly simple. I mean, you want to bring these up like this. You want to bring these out like this, right here. Turn them up like that. Take this piece. Bring this piece up like that. Now, the legs is where it gets a little bit funky, but I mean, like, it all depends on how you want it. Like, me, myself, I like to put the legs, like, you take the legs and spin them around like so. You take this leg, bring this around, take this over here, bring this around, lock this in, flip this over, lock this in right here. And you basically have them in city mode just about right now, but I'm going to put the little finishing touches on it. All right? Now in the instructions, they tell you that city mode looks sort of like this. They have his feet flat. They'll have his feet like this, okay? Me, myself, I like to extend it a little bit to give it a little bit more larger scale in terms of like looking down on the city. So I bring the legs out a little bit more instead of just bringing them in. Thus, so like, you know, they're supposed to be locked in right here, but this one I brought the leg out a little bit more to give it more of like a broader city look. And there you have him in his city mode, but we're not finished. What we're gonna do, we're gonna add the little bells and whistles to him. So you take these cannons right here, you can plug these onto the side right over here. Put this one on over here. Pardon, my dog is barking. I think somebody's out there messing with him. I don't know. And you take these cannons, put the cannons right here. Now you want to keep these turned up because I'm going to show you something. And there you have him in his city mode. As I stated before, here you have him in the city mode. Now, if we bring him around just like this, right? You open this up. Now, remember, he's a headmaster, right? So what you want to do, you take this little helmet right here, you pull it back, and there you have the face of Optimus Prime without his mask on, which it would be Orion Pax, if you ask me, from what I remember. But you can take this off, just like that, and now a whole new level of like having fun is just like initiated or instituted within this figure. You can sit the figure, you can, all right, here he is, right here. I mean, he's not as big as the original one that came with the Headmaster that I remember, the Headmaster Transformer that I remember, but he's still pretty good. You know, he has a bit of articulation. Wouldn't really want to test it too much because, you know, it is a small figure. The legs don't separate, but there's a ton of stuff you can do with him, especially when he's in like vehicle, when Prime is in vehicle or city mode, so on and so forth. So you can actually, let's bring this up right here and lock this head in. If you want to, you can sit him like right here. Put him in a seat position, sitting position. You can sit him in right there, make it seem like he's riding inside of Optimus Prime. Look how cool is that, right? Look. Then there's pegs, whether you know it or not. There's pegs all around this figure, right? Especially in city mode, that you can like peg him onto, because see, he has these little holes on the bottom right here. If you can see real good. Yeah, if you can see, yeah. He has these little holes right here that you can like plug them in right there. See, look, plug them right there. And what's even cooler, look, you can actually position him to where like he's really like taken to the offensive by like sitting him down inside of the cannon, shoulder cannons right here, so he can man the cannons, or you can separate him. You can separate him to where like he can like fly around in them and see how awesome is that? And I mean in city mode, like I said, you can combine. He combines onto Fortress Maximus to make an even bigger city landscape. So I mean like, and it fits in scale with the other like 6 to 7 inch transformers and all that other stuff. Because like with Huffer right here, you can actually sit him inside there, make it seem like it's a big battle going on and stuff like that. Like it's a big battle going on. And then you have the, you know, I mean, like, it's tons of stuff you can do. And of always, you know, I gotta have Starscream in the picture, like, regulating. Pathetic fools! There's no escape! But yeah, he's cool. He's very cool. I like this figure. There's not much. I'm very happy I decided to purchase this guy because I was definitely going to pass up on him. So what we're going to do, we're going to transform him. But yeah, and it's like I said before this, I'm rushing ahead of myself, but there's a ton of stuff you can do. Look how awesome he is in city mode. Usually I don't like when they do this, but I really like this. Because it connects right on to Fortress Maximus, if I haven't stated before. Of course I stated it before. But yeah, there's a ton of stuff you can do. This guy looks great. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a look at him in city mode. And then we're going to transform him back and we're going to close this out. All right? All right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to take him out of city mode and put him back in the robot mode so that you guys can see it. All right, so to transform him back is basically very simple. This guy is very simple to transform, and he's a wonderful figure. I really like him. So we take these off right here. We can bring this around just like that, slap that down, push this down over here, straighten out the arms, straighten out the arms, bring the legs down, twist them around, bring the legs down, twist them around, twist them around. We don't want to bring this chassis up just yet because I have to put the head back on. All right. Take the feet pegs, right, the feet pieces right here, the foot piece right here. And you, now see, this is a matter of preference, but I'll show it to you in a second. But you want to bring these around. The flaps that are on the back, you want to bring that around just like that. Lock them into place. They'll tab into place like right here, right here. Bring this one around. Tab it into place just like you did the other one. And you can pretty much see he's forming together. Take the shoulder cannons that are on his feet. peg him in on his sides right there. Take the other shoulder cannon that's on his shoulder, peg that in right there. Let's bring this up a little bit. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to take the head. Remember, Orion Pax's face, so you just saw Optimus Prime's face without the mask on it. What you think? We're going to take his head, transform it back, put him back into his more compact mode. Open up the chassis right here. Pull the head out. Lift this. You want to lift this head back right here. Let's bring it up a little bit more. You want to lift this head back, and you see there's a little slot right there where you can plug him into him. Now what you want to do is bring this whole piece over just like that and slide it down. And there you have Prime with his head on. All right. Bring this piece up like this. You want to take this whole, like this whole piece right here. Look, all of this right here, you want to fold it over just like that, and it locks into place. Be careful though. Be very careful. Me and myself, a lot of now on the box they tell you the feet go like this, right? But I like for the feet to go back like this so it doesn't seem like it has so much of a gap in between right here. And there we have, wait, hold on, let's put his guns in his hand. And again, as I told you before, there's a little slot. You see that square right there? There's a little slot inside the hand. That this piece here, the bottom part, which is cool. I thank Hasbro for doing this. To keep the, so that the gun stays in securely rather. You have to kind of like press it, but it locks into place inside of that hole inside of his hand. And you're going to have to keep his legs a little bit separated. Thus so. Because of the engineering of the figure right in here, it kind of like collides with his legs being... You can put them straight, but I mean, like, you know, you got to split them a little bit. But as a whole, he's a great figure. I'm really happy with this guy. At first, I didn't think I was going to like him, like I told you before, but it turned out that I love this figure. Yeah, his gun, I don't want to push it in too hard. Let's lock this hand around it. Okay, there we go. See, look at him. He looks pretty good. I like him a lot. Let's see how tall this guy is, and then we're going to close it out. And you got these little flaps right here too. I would say Optimus Prime is standing at approximately like 9.5 inches. No, 9 inches. 9 inches. I'll say 9.5 if I straighten out his legs or whatever. But I really don't think it makes that much of a difference. But he's pretty cool. And against other, like next to other Transformer figures, he fits in scale. I would even say he fits in scale with some of the Masterpiece figures, if you're a big fan of the Masterpiece figures. I don't know why I keep having a problem with this part right here. But there we go. Good, getting right. And let's put him next to Huffer. And put him next to Starscream. I would say he looks pretty good. Because again, you have to understand, Power Master Optimus Prime is equivalent to Megatron being turned to Galvatron. Okay, so yeah, he's a way bigger figure. I love the detail they did on him and everything like that. I'm very pleased with this action figure. I would suggest him to anyone that is a Transformers fan to purchase this figure. I mean, the detail is great, the sculpting is nice, and what I like is that Hasbro is actually starting to take into consideration the competition that they have out there with these third-party Transformers and the other Transformers that are running around, because out of nowhere, and I mean out of nowhere, I have been seeing some sturdy, quality Transformer action figures. So yeah, I guess Hasbro was like, you know what, we got to get it together. And this is very good because there's a Takara version that's out there. I wasn't able to purchase that one because at that time I didn't know that there was a Power Master. As I told you before, as of recent, within the past 2 years, I just found out that there were third-party Transformers out there. And since then, I mean, like, it's been making me reconsider the Hasbro ones. But this right here puts faith back in me with the newer Hasbro figures that they have out there. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take a look at Power Master Optimus Prime, and then we're going to call it a day. Okay? So as a whole, I'm very, very satisfied with this figure. I'm very happy I picked him up and I didn't overlook him, because I was just about to just leave it. I wasn't going to pick him up because essentially he is a retooling, and again, I quote, a retooling of the Ultra Magnus from the Titans Return. No, not the Titans Return. The what was that? The Combiner Wars the Combiner Wars figure of Ultra Magnus. But they did an excellent job to where, like, you don't feel like you have the same figure. And with that, I really commend Hasbro for making it look different, making it feel different. This part right here, I just haven't really gotten it down pat. I know it has latches that go in right there, but I haven't really gotten it. I think it has something to do with the leg. But, I mean, you can't beat it with this figure, especially for the price point. Because if you're buying something overseas, they're going to charge you. Yeah, it has no die-cast metal on it or anything like that, but it's a quality figure. It doesn't feel cheap. It feels pretty hefty for its size. If you're a Transformer fan, you wouldn't be disappointed. I mean, I didn't like the Power Master series when I was growing up, because by that time, Transformers was actually being phased out. So for me to go and purchase this figure, without even liking the Power Master Transformers, that says something. And I'm not saying I'm the definitive on Transformers, but I was not about to purchase this figure. I really wasn't. I was just going to overlook him because I felt as though it was just going to be just a body swap of Ultra Magnus, and it's not. It is not. They've reused some parts, but it does not feel like the same figure at all. We're going to do. And with that being said, we're going to bring this review to a close. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe here on YouTube, and share this video. Also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and finally Twitch for more unedited dialogue, news, reviews, and gameplay. Finally, don't forget to hit the donate button, as any little bit counts and is greatly appreciated. Not to mention a portion of the proceeds go to various charities. I'm Uncle Nerd. Thanks for tuning in. And don't forget, if you buy a toy, bust it open. That's a question you should ask yourself, Megatron.